What's up, everybody? I'm just seeing if a lot of technical issues today, but I'm just seeing if the audio is working. So if the audio is working, we might not have a show today. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Appreciate you guys because this button, yeah, none of that's working. So we'll see how that goes. Just waiting for the audio. Oh, all right. We might be have a show. All right, we might have a show. I'll be right back. Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. It has been a day. It has been an absolute day. Oh my goodness. I can't even describe. Let me get a yerba sip real quick. My goodness, man. I can't even load. Let me know if y'all can hear me. The camera shuts off. It's really, really bad. So it's going to be a quick show today. How y'all doing today, though? Let me know how y'all feeling. Hope y'all's week has been going great. All right. We're hearing, and we're steering, and we're ready. All right. It's going to be boom or bust. The camera is, low on battery. The stream deck is not working. None of this is working. So, but we're here, What God gives you, you got to work with. So, it's just going to be a really, really low-budget show today. But we're going to do boom or bust predictions for the NFL season. I can't do the screen, or appreciate you, Chili. I really do. Looking good, Eli. Thanks, man. Stop it, Alex. What you doing? Wayne Heron, what's up, Pops? We got you, researcher Eli. I appreciate you. I got y'all. I'm tired, man. I'm really, really tired. I've been up really early, and I'm not used to that. So we're going to attack the day. No Kirby Smart. And we're going to get into it. Boom or bust. Early predictions. So clearly this could change according to roster changes, coaching changes, and whatnot. But I'm going to give you all about 10 players or so. It's just me on the camera today. I was bumped in the mic. It's just me on the camera. No screens. So pay attention. Take notes. Here we go. First player, all right, we've got is Kirk Cousins. Boom or bust. I'm going to give you all a little bit of my take on why I think it's a boom or bust. So right off the gate, or right at the bat, I'm going to go with a boom because the offense is there. Hello, Sayano. How are you? I'm going to give it a boom just because the weapons are there. The veteran experience is there. The coaching is honestly there. I think Zach Robinson's going to be a great OC. And I just think it's going to be a match made in heaven, all right? And this is boom or bust fantasy, okay? I think he'll do well for fantasy. If the Falcons go 9-8, that's a failure for this signing. 4 years, $180 million, bad. But you could still have a good fantasy season if he goes 9-8. Not too bad. We'll move on to the next one I have under is, I believe, Saquon Barkley. Recently signed with the Eagles. He's clearly the RB1 for the Eagles. They've struggled in the run game other than Jalen Hurts. But I'm going to go with boom because it's Saquon Barkley. I don't care about the game plan. He is a incredible talent. He runs the ball with just absolute force. He's great outside the tackles and inside the tackles, all right? So it's not too bad on the signing for the deal, but you're bringing in a guy like Saquon. The only thing I can see it being a boom or a bust is, if you've been watching the NFL for the past 4 years, is his health. It's a clear factor on how it can affect the team because it's Saquon Barkley. He carries the entire team almost. But now he's on the Eagles team where he doesn't really have to take all the workload, so not too bad. The next player is, let me see, we've got DeAndre Swift. Going to the Bears, I believe it was a 3-year, $24 million deal. Not incredible, not an incredible deal. I don't like, well, not the deal. I like the deal, but I don't like how he's on the Bears now. I like DeAndre Swift, but it looks like it's going to be the Caleb Williams show. And for fantasy, he runs the ball as well. DeAndre Swift is not going to get as many goal line touches as you probably think. So I'm going to go with bust. Not that he won't do well, but you're not going to want to draft him as high as all the consensus rankings are putting him out there. The next player would be Derrick Henry of the Baltimore Ravens. Boom, right away. How in the world can they not score a touchdown, the Ravens, when they're inside the 10 when you have Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, all right? Clearly only one guy can have the ball. But when one of those guys is either Lamar or Derrick Henry, you're still going to be well off, all right? But I'm going to go with boom because of the touches they're going to give him are worthy, all right? I think Tennessee only gave him the ball because they had no other option. But when the Baltimore Ravens, with a coach like John Harbaugh, they're going to know when to give him the ball, okay? It's going to be 4th and 1 or 3rd and goal on the 1-yard line. You're going to give it to your big guy, all right? He's going to get meaningful touches. So clearly a boom for me. Then we have Calvin Ridley. It's just when Will Levis is your quarterback, he's unproven. All right, it's really tough to have an understanding of what that guy is because of the resume we've had. He had a great first 3 games or 2-3 games or so, and then ever since that Pittsburgh game late in the midseason, nothing was there. So I'm gonna go a bust for Calvin Ridley just because Will Levis is his quarterback. No shot to Will Levis, but it seems like Calvin Ridley's quarterback career has just gone downhill. Matt Ryan, Trevor Lawrence, Will Levis. Okay. Who knows, though? Who knows? It could be a breakout year for both of those guys. But as far as fantasy goes, he's still going to perform, but as far as fantasy goes, nothing great. The next player, Mike Williams, signed a 1-year, $15 million deal with the Jets. Last year or so, last couple of years, a lot of people were telling y'all to draft Mike Williams pretty high. All right, I knew a lot of guys that were playing fantasy, and they took him in round 3, round 4, really high. All right, I get it. Justin Herbert's your quarterback. Well-powered offense, but it's Mike Williams. Can't stay healthy. Not a lot of great things going for the guy. That's why they signed him to a 1-year deal. It's insurance, all right? They don't want to have to pay for him another year if he's not guaranteed to play another year. So the deal, great, all right? The situation, great. But for fantasy, bust. Aaron Rodgers is going to pick whoever he wants, okay? He's been throwing to guys like, man, I can't even think of any bum receiver he's been throwing to in Green Bay. But he can find anyone out there, all right? And especially if the Jets go with Brock Bowers, he's going to love Brock Bowers. He's going to love Garrett Wilson. They already have great chemistry. So I just think he's going to stick to those guys, all right? And Breece Hall in the backfield as well. But I don't know if I'm drafting him high. Maybe like rounds 10 or 11, double-digit rounds. I think that's great. But don't listen to anyone that's saying like 6, 7, or 8. That's just way too high for a guy like Mike Williams. His ADP could probably be like 80 or so, but not too bad. But I wouldn't risk it. I would look for some other guys out there. Next guy, Tony Pollard, signed with the Titans as well as Calvin Ridley. I like it. I like the move because that feels like a fresh start. All right, you lose Derrick Henry, but then you get Tony Pollard. So you're definitely losing one of the better running backs in the league, but you're getting a solid running back in Tony Pollard who can catch the ball, who can run the ball all across the field. But I'm going to go with, I think I might change my mind right now. I'm going to go with Boom because if the Will Levis show is not working, they're going to have to rely on Tony Pollard, all right? Tony Pollard. He can do it. That's so weird, but that's from a meme. So y'all got to look that up. But he's great. I think it's going to work out just for fantasy-wise. I don't know if he's going to carry the team at all, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. But let's move on to the next guys. But we're going to talk about the 2024 draft class, all right? Xavier Worthy, okay? He broke, the all-time 40-yard dash. I'm going to go with Boom just because speed does kill, all right? But we thought that about John Ross, right, when he broke it. But where is he now? I'm pretty sure he's retired from football. Yeah, I'm pretty sure John Ross is not playing football anymore. But Xavier Worthy had a much better highlight tape and a much better collegiate career than John Ross ever did. And I think if Xavier Worthy falls onto the right team, I think it'll go well. So I'm going to go with Boom for the guy. Like, if he lands in Baltimore, he's got Lamar Jackson as quarterback. If he lands in Kansas City, he's got Patrick Mahomes. Those are the projections that we've been seeing. I don't see him going any higher than, like, 25. No one's looking for a high-end wide receiver unless you're in the top, like, 15. Let's get the chat real quick. We got one chat. Do you see doom and gloom for the Jets? Will AR deliver? I have to believe that because I am a sucker for Aaron Rodgers. But I have gloom or doom. Yeah, I have gloom because, it has to work. It has to. They have no other option for it not to work in New York. So I'm going to go with doom or, I don't know, boom or gloom. I don't know which one is bad, which one's good. But good stuff for the Jets. Then we got 2 other players for the 2024 draft class. We got Michael Penix Jr., the dream scenario for me is if I'm Michael Penix Jr., is to land in Vegas in the second round or third round. I don't know what picks they have, but if I'm Vegas, I'm not taking quarterback in the first round, all right? But I would take Penix Jr. as a solid backup, all right? They have Gardner Minshew and they have AOC, right? But what if those two guys stink, okay? What if they're terrible? Throw in Penix Jr., see what happens with the guy. So I'm going to go with Boom for him just in case he plays. This is not for fantasy, though. The 2024 draft class, not for fantasy, just because I don't see it as much value because they're not proven as much at all, except for first-round picks. But I got to go with Boom for him because if he plays, it looks great. Bo Nix, bust right away. I never understood the hype behind the guy. He didn't look great in the SEC. He only looked great in the Pac-12 because if you're a college football fan, you know that the Pac-12 has no defense, and Bo Nix was just eating up all that. And no, he's talented, but NFL's different, man. They have defense. I'm going to go bust with him, though, so it might not be incredible for the guy. Incredible. I can't even get that out. Incredible, but I think it'll be okay depending on the situation he lands in. Like, if he lands in somehow Minnesota, he's got Justin Jefferson as your wide receiver. He's going to be open. But if he lands in Denver, I mean, good luck. I don't know who you're going to throw the ball to. But not too bad. That's going to be the conclusion of the show, guys. It was a short one. Most of the time of today, I was talking about the future of Fantasy Blitz with Hudson. We got a lot of big plans, all right? A lot of big plans for the future. Fantasy Blitz is about to grow, all right? It is about to grow. And then the other half, I was making the slides, and the Stream Deck wasn't working, and the camera kept turning off, and it was just all falling apart, all right? It was not incredible. But, yeah, short show. I appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe. I'm not going to be able to read y'all's answers because I'm about to head out. But the question of the day was, what is your favorite pizza topping? All right. I am a part-time delivery driver. I won't say the pizza company just for safety reasons. But this is a very heartfelt question. Mine's pineapple and pepperoni, Or if you're elite, you like jalapenos on your pizza. Like, say, on a Friday night, get some little Dominoes. Not too bad. But, yeah, that's it for the show. I appreciate you guys. I mean, you guys even coming in when, look at this. There's no screens. I'm tired. You can tell I'm tired. And, I mean, it's just quick and easy, all right? Not too bad. I appreciate you guys, though, all the way through. Make sure you tune in next week. What's next week? Let's see. What day would that be? The 4th? All right, 4th, I'll probably do a top 10. We'll go probably wide receiver / tight end rankings. Probably both because I can run through those really quickly. But then I won't be here on the 11th. I will be out of town to go visit some family. And then on the 18th, we'll do some more rankings and maybe a mock draft strategy. And then April 25th, which is draft day, Nick will be joining the show. I don't know if he'll be sitting here because he's always been sitting here. But Nick will be sitting either here or there, and we'll be drafting together a live draft. I'm so excited for that because we're obviously going to ask you guys for some help. But I appreciate you guys all the way through. Man, I was going to ask. I can't remember. But yeah, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Right now I'm just filibustering. Not too bad. I could filibuster about fantasy football all the time. I really do appreciate you guys, though. Seriously. If y'all are here at our lowest, then you'll definitely be here at our highest, and I'll never forget that. Really do. I will never forget that. All right, I got to go. I appreciate you guys. Peace.